Portland, you guys ready for some music? Let's hear a little more than that so the people in the forest can hear us. There we go.
And it's time, it's time, it's time. We made ashes of our bones.
Hi, I am Joe Zavalia. I am co-owner of State of Sound Incorporated.
Hello, I'm Rick Sanger, and I'm the other half of State of Sound Incorporated.
Pickathon is a good collection of Americana music. There are electric guitars, there are acoustic guitars, there's banjos, there's mandolins, there's lots of great singers, there's lots of great performers. Everyone comes together and there's no competition and there's no ego. Everyone's just there to play. It's not just a festival for people who love music, but it's a festival for musicians. Reasons we chose Audix. First, in the theme of working locally with people and companies that are here in the Northwest. Audix Microphones is right here, so we like that. We like keeping a community vibe. I've been a big fan of a lot of the Audix products for quite a few years now, and so to be able to have a stage full of them and the consistency that creates was a huge part of our decision. They perform flawlessly. In a situation like Pickathon, where we're doing 2 stages over 3 days, over 30 bands, when those mics get moved, the most important part is that whatever you're putting it in front of, it works. And that was a huge part of our decision because the Audix stuff just performed flawlessly throughout the entire event. So you have a stage plot, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, our oboe player's here, and our percussionist, and did we mention we have 2 drummers? And this needs to be in stereo, by the way, and I've got 4 more people singing than I originally said. Is that okay? And all trying to do this, keeping within the changeover time. And we had an amazing crew out there, just really great guys. And we flew with it. And of course, having a big old box of Audix microphones was certainly helpful because it's like, what do you need? Okay, extra guitars, throw some i5s, throw up some more OM6s and a couple condensers here and there. Bam, it's done. We was all under the dead palm tree. So you have a band that plays a show. Maybe somebody's in the barn on Friday and someone else is on the main stage, and they meet backstage and they say, I got my main stage set tomorrow. Will you come up and sing with us? And there's no ego involved. There's no like, well, maybe. It's like, no, we'll just do it. And they go and they play together, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful environment. Back at the burnout chalet. We used the OM6 exclusively as our main stage microphone. Unless an artist came in and said, hey, I've got this and this is what I use, of course we accommodated them. And it's a really easy mic to ring out, and the tight pattern really helps reject feedback completely. So just a brief word with the artist, like, hey, it's different than what you're used to. Don't come off it too far because you'll lose some of your tone. But other than that, it made our jobs a lot easier in Monitor World. There were a lot of bands showing up with acoustic instruments without pickups, and that's always a challenge, especially outside and getting the amount of levels. So what I initially started with was I would put an SCX1 on it, hyper, get as close as possible to wherever the sweet spot may be, and I'd put an i5, the concept being use the dynamic for the monitors and the condenser for front of house. Well, I didn't even need the i5. The SCX was fully stable in the monitors, even at a loud volume, right there in front of whatever it may be, a mandolin or an old parlor style acoustic guitar.
The Audix microphones are amazingly constructed and very durable, and they held up very well during the 3-day festival of being moved around every 45 minutes. Their construction, flawless.